Present.
March Magic.
Crabtree out to Wilbur, inside to Moore, layup, good! Beautiful play.
Continuing coverage of the MHSAA basketball tournament. Brought to you by these members of the WTVB Sports Boosters Club.
Mobilia Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Branch County Abstract and Title, Buckland Law PLC, C&O Insurance, Coldwater Community Schools, Keeley's Jewelry, Donay's On Time Services, Dynamic Hardscapes, El Cerrito Mexican Restaurant, Gly's Farm Market Bakery and Orchard, Hass Kaywood PC, Haylett Auto and RV Supercenter, Integrity Apparel, Screen Printing and Embroidery, Matt Haylett Homes, McDonald's of Branch County, Nottawa Gas Company, Premier Rental Purchase, Rainbow Motor Sales, Sanborns for your home, Surf Pro Branch in Southern Calhoun County, Sheets LP Gas, Union Pallet and Container, Warner Oil Company, and Willow's Bar and Grill.
Here's Downs on the left wing, three-pointer, good! Have a night, Brandon Downs. And warm greetings from high atop the balcony at Bronson Junior Senior High School's gymnasium. March Magic is on the air once again. WTVB and the Michigan High School Athletic Association welcoming you to this Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. A cross-county battle here in Branch County featuring the Bronson Vikings against the Quincy Orioles. I'm Sean Watson. To my left is Coach Mike Murphy. Bit disappointed that Coldwater's season came to an end, but on the other hand, we get to come to a game like this where the energy is going to be electric.
So true, Sean. It's going to be a really fun night here at the Bronson Gym. These two cross-county rivals have been at it, of course, for years and years, usually get wind up in the same district. And here they are again with the new seeding, ending up in the championship final.
We will go ahead and take this 2-minute break and get you set up for tonight's showdown. Tip-off scheduled to come up at the top of the hour from Bronson. You're listening to March Magic on WTVB.
Giddy up, cowboy. Get along to the Willow's Bar and Grill, featuring the new Cowboy Willow Burger on Saturdays. The Cowboy Burger is a third or half pound of deliciousness with crisp bacon, onion ring, cheddar cheese, and barbecue. Yeah, lots of barbecue served with fries. The Cowboy Willow Burger, Saturdays at the Willow's Bar and Grill. But that's not all, right, Karen?
All day Thursday, buck a pop, buck a beer, and delicious Willow Burgers every day. And hey, don't forget, hot soup and homemade chili for the winter. You know it's delicious.
The Willow's Bar and Grill for lunch or dinner. Check out the daily specials, and the craft beers are here too.
Come join us at the Willows for the Friday night all-you-can-eat fish fry.
Anytime is a great time to enjoy your favorite food and drink specials at the Willows. The Willow's Bar and Grill, home of the Willow Burger, partner.
Now that's delicious. Follow us on Facebook too.
The Willows Bar and Grill, just east of River Road on US 12 in Coldwater.
Propane is an affordable, safe, economical, clean-burning fuel when used properly. At Sheets LP Gas, their employees receive continuous training to make sure your family comfortably enjoys all the benefits that propane can provide while keeping your family safe. Cheap gas is not everything, and you can't put a price on the safety of your family and home. Trust the pros in propane. Sheets LP Gas. Call 800-343-8311. That's 800-343-8311. What can you get for $10 down at Premier Rental Purchase? How about 2 weeks free rental on a new sectional, Troy-built riding mower, or smart TV? Or pay cash and receive a huge discount. They also offer 6 months same as cash. So put that tax refund to good use. Bring it into Premier Rental Purchase and get the furniture, appliances, electronics, and even lawnmower that you need for less than you'd pay anywhere else. No credit needed, and delivery is free at Premier Rental Purchase in the Country Fair Plaza next to Family Dollar.
AM 1590, FM 95.5 WTVB.
Well, it's a 6-point lead once again, 47-41. Miller passing to Danielle Fraley on the right wing. Double streaks up for a right corner. Top for three. Off the heel of the hoop. 2 seconds, 1 second. Miller rebound. Putback not going to go in. Buzzer sounds. Game over. Quincy wins the district championship. And the first one off the bench to congratulate her teammates, Megan Loveberry.
What a game, Sean. Just an outstanding game by both of these teams tonight. The up-and-coming Union City Chargers and the veteran Quincy Orioles, who just did an outstanding job here tonight.
That clip was from back in 2009, March 9th, 2009, the last time that the Quincy Orioles won a district championship. So it's been an 11-year drought for district hardware. And in fact, in doing my research, the win that the Quincy Orioles picked up on Monday over Reading in the first round of the districts, 49-25, that was their first postseason win in 11 years. I'm Sean Watson. He's Mike Murphy, and Justin Lopshire is back producing at the WTVB studios. Just like, incidentally, he was producing that 2009 broadcast that we just heard an excerpt from.
Well, Justin's still with us, and we're glad to have him. And what a resurgence these Quincy Orioles have had this year. They, of course, they did have a decent season a year ago that kind of paved the way somewhat. They had 10 wins a year ago, but this year 15-6 coming in here and under Jared Stuchel, and they've really got to this point by improving throughout the season. They split with Bronson, Sean, but boy, the last one was really a dominant win for the Vikings, and so the Orioles want to get that turned around tonight.
Well, let's backtrack. After that 2009 season, that happened to be the senior season for Megan Loveberry, who went on to play collegiately at Davenport University and then at Trine. And that was also longtime head coach Bob Stewart's final season as the head coach. He retired at the end of the season. So the decade of the 2010s have been really lean years for the Quincy Orioles, going through a few years with Larry Moore as the head coach. He's still at Quincy, acting as one of the assistants. Then the middle part of the decade with Dana Clark. The program started to build its way back up, as you hinted, during the a few years that Rich Adams came out of retirement and coached the girls after having successfully coached the boys program for a number of years.
Right, and as you mentioned, Larry Moore, longtime coach in the Quincy area, still assisting Jared Stuchel, and also Chuck Cook, who has been, of course, in that same realm, associated with basketball, both boys and girls, forever in Quincy.
First year here at Quincy for Jared Stuchel, leading the Orioles to a 15-6 overall record. Their postseason run, as we mentioned, opened up with a 49-25 win against Reading here, behind 17 points from Maddie Hines, 8 points apiece from Katie Rathbun and Elizabeth Skur. And then Wednesday, they dominated Homer 55-16. Our Jim Measle was taking notes during that broadcast, and among the things that kind of shocked us, the first quarter score was 19-1 Orioles.
It was, both the teams had a pretty easy route of it on Wednesday. Their Monday games were a little closer and more competitive, but the seeding willed out number 1 and number 2 meeting here tonight in this championship.
In Wednesday's game, Elizabeth Skur had 17 points, Hannah Clark 12, Maddie Hines 10, Katie Rathbun with 8 points. Through the regular season, Maddie Hines has been the leading scorer, 12.8 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 3.1 steals a game. Katie Rathbun not that far behind at 11.9 points, 7.3 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 4.5 steals a game. Hannah Clark, the point guard, averaging 5.7 points, 1.6 rebounds, 3.3 assists. Elizabeth Skur, 5.6 points, 5.8 rebounds, 3.7 steals, and 1.3 blocks per game. So those are the key players for head coach Jared Stuchel. I had a chance to talk to him earlier this hour. Not that clip. It's actually going to be this clip. Have you been apprised when you took the job of how long it's been since the Quincy Orioles have won a district tournament in girls basketball?
Yeah, that was something that the girls talked about when I first got the job, is that was one of the goals is, to make some noise in the district. It's been, 10 years since they've done anything, and, got a great group of girls, and, they've worked hard all year to get where we're at right now.
So for those of us listening that have not had a chance to encounter the Quincy Orioles firsthand, who are your leading players?
Katie Rathbun and Maddie Hines are 4- and 3-year varsity players, and Hannah Clark, a junior, is a 3-year varsity player. And I got a transfer this year that came in, Elizabeth Skur, who's been making a lot of noise in the district tournament, playing pretty well. We're we go 10 deep. Every girl matters, and we're just been working hard and getting that family atmosphere going for Quincy girls basketball.
Now tonight's opponent, the Bronson Vikings, you faced twice before, losing on your home court, but winning here at Bronson. What do you think the third time's going to be like?
It's going to be tough no matter when you play Bronson. They're always tough, with Salesman and Lasky. You always got to watch those two, can't let them get going. And, it's going to be a fun atmosphere. We're going to have a lot of people here, and it's going to be something the girls are going to remember for a long time.
So one takeaway with that interview I had with Jared Stuchel, the Oriole girls know about the long drought of postseason victories over the past 11 years, and they seem to be in a good position to break that streak.
Well, they certainly, and the thing about when they split during the season, Quincy won here on this court, Bronson won over at the Quincy court, so it's going to put a little interesting take onto this championship final.
The game here was played on January 14th. The final score, Quincy 39, Bronson 36. The game at Quincy was played on February 11th with Bronson dominating 51-24. We'll take this 2-minute break and talk about the Lady Vikings. You're listening to March Magic on WTVB.
We don't just build homes, we build relationships.
Matt Haylett talks about the advantages of building with Matt Haylett Homes.
Big part of our business is affordable housing for folks that are in that 150 to 200 range. The great thing about modular is the fact that they're built to state building code. These aren't double wides, so they don't depreciate. You're building a home and actually building your wealth for your family.
Stop by Matt Haylett Homes on US 12 east of Coldwater. Visit MattHaylettHomes.com and like them on Facebook. New models coming soon.
When the calendar says March, it's time to think spring. Gly's Farm Market, Bakery and Orchard has new spring, Easter, and St. Patrick's Day decor arriving daily. Look for houseplants and succulents to bring some fresh greenery to your indoor space. Remember to stock up on Michigan craft beers and wines too. And Gly's always has fresh produce, fresh baked donuts, fudge, and a large variety of pies. Stop by today. Gly's Farm Market, Bakery and Orchard, 464 North Willowbrook Road in Coldwater.
How does the biggest and best RV Supercenter celebrate 30 years of business, Chase Haylett?
If you're Haylett RV Supercenter, you get bigger and better.
How is that even possible?
It's like going to an RV mall with all of the best brands available. The brands you told us you want, starting with the gold standard of RVs, Jayco. Well, guess what? You said you wanted them, and now we've got them. Wildwood and Catalina by Forest River.
15 acres of selection, serviced by factory-trained technicians, complete parts and accessories, the likes of which you've never seen. An easy to get to location. It's all here. Why go anywhere else?
Well, there is one stop I'd recommend before coming here. Point your mobile device to HAYLETTRV.com. All of our products are on our website. Pick out 4 or 5 of the best models that you want, then you're ready to come see them up close and personal. Buy an RV from the people who use them.
30 years says it all. Haylett RV Supercenter, US 12, just east of I-69 Coldwater, where family camping adventures begin.
AM 1590, FM 95.5 WTVB.
Welcome back to Bronson Junior Senior High School. Sean Watson and Mike Murphy, Mike's side, getting ready for Bronson versus Quincy, a Division III Girls Basketball District Championship coming up at the top of the hour. The Bronson Vikings, like the Quincy Orioles, finished tied for second in the Big Eight with identical 9-5 league marks. The Bronson Vikings at 14-8 overall. That compares to Quincy's 15-6 overall record. Bronson's tournament run includes a 49-38 opening night win against Jonesville behind 16 points from Alana Mayer and 12 from Keona Salesman. They beat Union City here 68-42 on Wednesday. What a night for Keona Salesman. Not only did she have 21 points, but she also had 22 rebounds. Jaden Carey had 12 and Alana Mayer had 10. Those names sound familiar. Yes, Murph, you did see a lot of those girls play for Coach Jean LeClaire's volleyball squad the past 2, 3, and in Keona Salesman's case, 4 years.
Yeah, that's for sure. We were fortunate enough to follow the Lady Vikes on that big state tournament run that they made over those years.
So the Miss Volleyball finalist, Keona Salesman, she's a pretty darn good basketball player too, leading the team with 11.4 points and 12.8 rebounds per game. Also, 2.6 steals and 2.7 blocks a game. Megan Lasky, 8.6 points, 2.1 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 2.4 steals a game. Alana Mayer at 7.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 2.1 steals a game. And Jenna Salick, 7 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 2.1 steals a game. Like we did with the Quincy head coach Jared Stutchel, I checked in about half an hour ago with Bronson head coach Tony Lasky. For those of us that haven't encountered the Bronson Vikings, of course we know about their history on the volleyball court, but this group has been pretty darn good on the basketball court as well.
Yeah, I've had a pretty good run. There's been 2 or 3 of them that have been with me at least 3 out of the last 4 years. And the last 4 years we've played in the district title game. So they've had a pretty successful season, and they're ready for the moment. We're on our home floor, and we expect to do good things.
Interesting you should mention the home floor, because when Quincy came out here, they beat you. Subsequently, I think it was the earlier game out at Quincy that the Vikings defeated the Orioles. So what do you think the third time around is going to be like?
Well, you always hate that third game. You've got the old cliche, you hate to see a team for a third time in a year, but all it does is it's going to make it tougher, a stronger defensive battle. I mean, you can change a few things up, but there aren't any surprises. The girls know each other. Half the girls have played against each other for 2 or 3 years. No surprises. The kids that make the plays are going to be successful. I expect a tight game.
Our pregame conversations with Tony Lasky and with Jared Stutchel earlier, presented by Integrity Apparel. Get your team or business noticed with custom apparel. Integrity Apparel stocks varsity jackets and all types of apparel in most area school colors. Remember, custom apparel makes a great gift for any occasion. Call Integrity Apparel Screen Printing and Embroidery at 278-8101 or stop by the store at 52 West Chicago in downtown Coldwater. Well, we got a chance. Let's get to our keys of the game for Union Pallet and Container Company. Reduce your environmental footprint and help save the environment by recycling your company's pallets. Union Pallet offers a complete recycling program to retrieve, remanufacture, and repair pallets that are beyond their usable life. For more information on how your company can save money in the environment, call Union Pallet and Container in Coldwater at 278-4888. You had a chance to check in with coaches Stutchel and Lasky. What were your impressions, and what were subsequently your keys of the game?
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, Sean, we haven't had the pleasure of seeing these teams through the season. So I checked with the coaches, and Tony Lasky mentioned his key tonight. He thinks it's going to be turnovers. That's always a big issue. Bronson likes to full court press. They will certainly try to cause as many of those as possible. For Jared Stutchel on the Quincy side, he says we've got to do a good job of closing on their three-point shooters. That wasn't the case the last game when Bronson had a pretty substantial win, so that's something they need to do a better job of tonight. And, of course, the other one, the really obvious one, is rebounding. When you've got 6'1" Keona Salesman over there who had 20 rebounds Wednesday night, rebounding, boxing out, being aggressive for the Orioles is going to be a big issue tonight. So that was it from the coaches. Boy, Sean, we've got a great fan base. Both these schools have known for that through the years, and it's going to be an exciting night tonight.
We remind you that the broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and WTVB. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and Midwest Communications Incorporated. We will take this 1-minute break and bring you this week's edition of This Week in High School Sports from the MHSAA Network. You're listening to March Magic from Bronson on WTVB.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Michigan's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Historic title, misunderstood rule, and another history lesson. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hi again, everyone. I'm John Johnson, and welcome to This Week in High School Sports. They're celebrating this week in the small town of Clinton, located in northeast Lenawee County, which won its first MHSAA state championship in a boys' sport last weekend, claiming the Division IV team wrestling title with a 36-27 decision over Crouse County foe and defending champion Hudson.
I told these kids afterwards, it's for not only wrestling, but it's the first boys' title in school history. So these 28 kids, they get that forever. No matter what happens in their lifetime, something they get to have together as a group. It means a lot.
Head coach Jeff Rowland. While both teams hail from Lenawee County, they're about a 45-minute drive apart, with Hudson on the county's western edge. It was the second year in a row the two teams had met for the Division IV crown, and the Redskins caught fire midway through the meet, winning 6 of the last 7 weight classes, including back-to-back pins by Logan Badge and Jack Vole. You can read more about the team wrestling finals on the second half page of the MHSAA website. Our This Week game balls go out to Grandville Calvin Christian's Brock Stevens, who surpassed a 1,000-point mark in career scoring in leading his team to a boys basketball win over Wyoming Godwin Heights, and Elena Nelson of Springport, who broke her school's single-season girls basketball scoring record in a win over Reading. Back with more in a moment. You're listening to This Week in High School Sports.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look into the fine art of officiating with Brent Rice.
It's hard to go to a basketball game and not sit near other fans who are yelling about the officials not calling 3 seconds. The 3-second rule is one of the most misunderstood rules in the game of basketball. The purpose and philosophy of the rule is to not allow a player who is significantly taller than his or her opponent to camp out in the middle of the lane and create an unfair advantage. The 3-second count is in effect whenever an offensive player has at least 1 foot in the lane and when their team is in possession of the ball. That count stops as soon as a try, a shot, is attempted or a try is imminent, and the count cannot start again until there is control of the rebound. Keep this in mind at the next game you attend.
Thanks, Brent. You can be a referee. Go to the MHSAA website now to register. You may have remembered us giving a little love a few weeks ago to Bradley Simonson at Houghton High School for his 63-point basketball performance against Ishpeming. Our history lesson today comes courtesy of MHSAA historian Ron Pesch, who writes about similar feats in UP basketball lore this week in the second half. But first, more kudos to Simonson. His 63-point game broke the school record of 60 by Gary Lang in 1970, which was the last time that many points were scored north of the Mackinac Bridge, and it conjured up ghosts of the past. You can't talk about UP basketball without first talking about marvelous Mel Peterson, who as a senior at Stevenson High School near the southern tip of the peninsula, scored what was then a state season record, 849 points, and he led the Eagles to the 1956 Class B title in sudden death double overtime against Detroit St. Andrew. In fact, that year, 3 of the 4 titles were won by UP schools. Roger Rowell at Channing with 67 points in 1960, Jim Manning with 69 for Trout Creek in 1960, Erwin Schatz of Hermansville with 71 in 1961, 60 by Bob Gale of Trout Creek in 1966, and Larry Latalia of Champion with 65 in 1970 also have their names in the record book, but they all trail the 97-point mark by Ed Burling of Crystal Falls against Iron River during the 1910-11 season. Yes, 97 points, which is the state record, just a few years after Dr. Naismith invented the game, seems like a lot, and Pesch devotes a lot of space in his article to that, which you can read on the second half. For now, though, it's a legendary performance, and that's your history lesson for this week. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, which was honored this week by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters for the Best Network Sports Program of 2019. This Week in High School Sports is powered by Michigan Student Aid and a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm John Johnson. We'll see you next time.
AM 1590, FM 95.5 WTVB.
We're a few moments away from the opening tip of our Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game between Bronson and Quincy. The Vikings and Orioles are the last two teams standing from the Big 8 Conference, representing that conference in the state tournament. We mentioned what happened to Jonesville, Reading, Union City, and Homer on Monday and Wednesday night. Big 8 champion Springport, along with Concord, they were eliminated by one of the sixth-place teams in the Interstate 8, Lumen Christi, on Monday and Wednesday night. So Lumen Christi's playing for a district title, taking on Leslie in Division III. We'll take this 2-minute break and be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip. You're listening to March Magic on WTVB.
Mobilia Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a place to find a quality new or used vehicle with guaranteed approval options for low credit or no credit buyers.
And right now, you'll find some great deals on in-stock vehicles like a new 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab was $42,770, now $30,995. That's a savings of nearly $12,000. Looking for a 2020 vehicle? Get a new Jeep Cherokee Limited for just over $36,000 or lease with payments of $348 a month plus acquisition fee, first payment, security deposit, and tax.
These offers are good now through March 31st. Stop in and ask for Jeff Dollar, Jared Hetrick, Roy Angevine, Dwayne Eck, Rudy Gonzalez, Steve Eck, Brian Mobilia, or Dean Mobilia.
And Mobilia Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram always offers service after the sale. Just ask Service Manager Kit Burkhart to recommend a regular maintenance schedule, including buy 3, get 1 free oil changes.
Get to Mobilia Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today. Offer ends March 31st on US 12 across from the airport, Coldwater, or visit mobilia.com.
Any day is a good day for lunch or dinner at El Cerrito Mexican Restaurant. From sizzling fajitas to smothered burritos, endless chips and salsa, salads, and even soup, you'll savor every delicious bite at El Cerrito Mexican Restaurant. And want to wash it down with? How about a jumbo margarita or order up a pitcher to share? You'll love the friendly service, authentic Mexican food, and festive atmosphere at El Cerrito Mexican Restaurant in downtown Coldwater and in the Kroger Plaza, Hillsdale.
Warm weather is almost here. Now's the time to own a Traeger, the #1 selling wood pellet grill from Nottawa Gas in Teconcha and Nottawa. With a Traeger, you'll have no more mess and no more flare-ups. At Nottawa Gas, you also find quality-made Holland grills, Phoenix grills, and Smokin' Brothers grills for memorable family barbecues. Right now, all 20-pound bottle fills are just $11.62. Experience the thrill of a new grill from Nottawa Gas on Old 27 in Teconcha or just east of Nottawa on M66. Or shop online at nottawagas.com.
The voice of Branch County for high school sports. AM 1590 WTVB Coldwater and FM 95.5 W238CD Coldwater.
Welcome back to Bronson Junior Senior High School, and here are the starting lineups for tonight's Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game between the Bronson Vikings and the Quincy Orioles. For the visiting Orioles, 15-6 under head coach Jared Stitchell. In the backcourt will be Hannah Clark, a junior, Jade Fickle, a senior, and Katie Rathbun, a senior. Up front, Elizabeth Skur, a senior, and Maddie Hines, a senior. For the Bronson Vikings, 14-8 overall under veteran head coach Tony Lasky. We've got Kiona Salesman, the 6'2 senior that you talked about up front, along with Carissa Guest, a sophomore, and Jenna Salick, a junior. Up front, Alana Mayer, a senior, and Megan Lasky, a junior.
Well, we've got an all Coldwater roughing crew for this one tonight. Randy Spangler, Kent Neitzert, Bill DeBow are making their way out onto the court.
You don't recognize those names? Former longtime Coldwater volleyball coach, current Coldwater baseball coach, current Coldwater softball coach, respectively.
And here they come. Both fan bases ready for action tonight, standing and into it.
Kiona Salesman will jump at center circle for Bronson. And the Vikings win the tip. Right away, the Orioles start out in a 2-3 zone. Salesman has handed the ball. Get it left wing to Alana Mayer. Cross court at a dribble drive by Lasky. Loses the ball. An Oriole hits the deck along with a couple of Vikings. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Vikings. to the Orioles. Check that. They're moving from right to left in their road blacks with the orange numerals and white trim. Bronson in their home whites with the purple numerals and gold trim, moving from left to right. Orioles able to break the press pretty effectively. Quincy starting out man-to-man defensively. Ball's going to go back up top to Jade Fickle.
Yeah, Bronson's in a 2-3 zone.
They did switch up. Looked like man-to-man initially. A lot of passing, and the ball intercepted by Keona Salesman. Cross-court pass is going to go to the left corner to Salick. Now get it cross-court. Lasky saving the ball from going into the Bronson student section underneath us. Actually, the Bronson student section is opposite corner of us. We got the adults directly underneath us. A minute in and no score between Bronson and Quincy. Bounce pass coming to Guest. Now back up top to Lasky. On the weave it goes to Salesman. Now left wing. It comes cross-court it to Lasky. Takes a jumper from the right elbow. Whistle and a foul. The shot does not go in, but Lasky's going to go up and shoot a pair. Jade Fickle with the first foul of the game. And let's see what Megan Lasky has been shooting from the free throw line. Gets the first one, yep.
Well, we've got both teams playing 2-3 zone tonight. Probably no surprise there.
Lasky, a 48% free throw shooter through the regular season, but she gets both here, and the Vikings are up on the board leading 2-0. Quincy able to break the press once again. Maddie Hines get it to Hannah Clark, back right corner of the front court. It's a shorter floor here in Bronson than we're used to seeing elsewhere. Three-pointer from the right wing is good.
Jade Fickle.
Quincy with their first lead of the night, 3-2, 6:11 and counting left to play in the first quarter from here at Bronson, this Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. There's a dribble drive, left baseline. Alana Mayer was cut off, and another jump ball, this time the possession arrow pointing toward the purple and gold.
Yeah, the zone of Quincy doing the job there.
6:01 left to play first quarter, 3-2 Quincy. Inbound juggled by Carissa Guest, and another jump ball. We've seen about as many jump balls in the first 2 minutes of this game as we probably have seen in a typical Coldwater boys or girls basketball game that we broadcast all season.
That was a good call. Carissa Guest was trying to go up with it, and Quincy had just good pressure right on the ball. The Orioles have not had any trouble with this 2-1-2 full court pressure. They're going to inbound it here on the half-court stripe.
I was going to say they look really comfortable breaking that press. Clark has the ball. Top of the key. Left wing it comes to Fickle. Fickle going inside. Now back out. Three-pointer is over the rim for Rathbun. Whistle. And the ball out of bounds. It'll go to the Vikings. We've been stuck at 3-2 Quincy for a while. The two free throws by Megan Lasky and the three-pointer by Jade Fickle. Bounce pass to Salesman. A drive high off the glass and good. On the layup by Carissa Guest. Vikings take the lead 4-2.
That was some excellent ball movement against the zone there.
Bad pass over the fingertips of the Quincy player. I think it was Fickle that the ball was going to, but it was over her fingertips and out of bounds, so Bronson has it. Ball swung around the perimeter, three-point try, off the rim, off the glass, no good for Jenna Salick, and here come the Quincy Orioles after they get the rebound. Oh my goodness, they almost threw the ball away. Rathbun having to do her darndest to save the ball. She gets it across the timeline, trying to sling it inside. Almost intercepted by the Vikings. A jumper from the left elbow by Skur, no good. And here come the Vikings. Salesman, cross-court pass to the left wing. Three-pointer bounces just a little short for Salick. The Vikings retain possession. Guest gets the rebound. Comes out to the right corner. Three-point try. That one goes for Megan Lasky. She now has 5 of the Vikings' 7 points. Timeout, Jared Stuchel. 4:21 left to play in the first quarter. It's been Bronson that's been looking pretty good offensively thus far. 7-3 the present score.
Yeah, and, that was one of Coach Stuchel's keys before the game. We've got to get on those three-point shooters, and so far Bronson has taken 3 of them. Megan Lasky knocking that last one down, and Quincy's got to be a little quicker out on those shooters. But what Bronson is doing well is moving the ball. They've really, this one possession, they got it down to Keona on the baseline, and then Guest just dove down from the free throw line and got that layup. Good ball movement, opens up the three-point shooting as well. So the Orioles now to bring it out.
Keep up with everything MHSAA on social media. Look us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for tournament updates, event announcements, and high school sports news from around the state. It's the best way to connect with the MHSAA every day. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Quincy ball coming out of the timeout. They trail by 4 to the Bronson Vikings, 7-3 in this Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. Here's a cross-court pass. Maddie Hines to the right wing. Get it back to the left wing. Fickle around to the corner. Rathbun pump fake. Get it to the baseline. A drive and a miss for Maddie Hines, but the ball is tipped right back to her. She faces a double team, comes back out top to Clark. 3:48 and counting left to play in the first quarter. Bounce pass intended for Elizabeth Skur underneath. Keona Salesman commits the first Bronson foul of the game.
Yeah, Bronson changed up their zone at that timeout. Went to a 1-2-2, have a different front.
Inbound bounce pass looking for Rathbun, and she overshoots the rim. Bronson comes up with it. The Vikings lead by 4. Bounce pass to Alana Mayer. Ball swung around to Salick. It goes inside to Salesman. Nice touch pass, but Gus leaves it short. Gets the rebound, kicks it out to the right wing. 3-point try by Lasky, no good. But another offensive rebound. A streak, a miss. Shot may have been altered. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by Hannah Clark in the battle underneath the rim. We're going to get our first substitution of the game for Quincy. Haley Hines, a sophomore, will come in.
Well, 3 tries at it for Bronson that time.
The inbound comes to Megan Lasky. Takes a jumper from the right elbow. It's actually a pass to Salesman. She misses the jumper from the left blocks. Here come the Orioles. Hannah Clark has it on the left wing. Now to the baseline right side. Rathbun three-pointer off the pass from Maddie Hines. No good. Rebound putback. That one is good for Haley Hines. Just like that, it's just a 2-point Viking lead, 7-5. Nice ball movement once again. Ball kicked out to the perimeter is tracked down by Megan Lasky. Lasky lob at top of the key. Now the handoff to Mayer from Guest. Now back to Lasky. Lasky, Salick, three-pointer, left wing, rolls off the rim. Ball tipped. Tipped by a Quincy player who gets knocked down, no call. Lasky tracks down the loose ball. Long pass goes inside to Alana Mayer. She drives and draws a foul.
Yeah, Bronson is just doing a really nice job moving the ball against the Quincy zone. When they reverse it, they've had Salick open over on that left wing numerous times. She's launched 3 threes over there, has yet to hit one, but that's really been an open shot for her by their good ball movement and reversal.
Mayer makes the first of 2 from the free throw line. 25 of 71, it's just good for 35%, but she banked the second one. She makes both. And like Dolly Parton said, it's 9-5. What a way to make a living. 2:06 left to play in the first quarter. It's Quincy ball. Katie Rathbun has it on the left wing, bounce it to the corner to Haley Hines. Now back to Rathbun. The Vikings extending the 1-2-2 zone. Here is Maddie Hines on the right wing. Back to Rathbun. Now the ball comes to Clark. Clark to reset. 1:41 counting left to play in the quarter. Bounce pass too low. Goes underneath the intended target's fingertips, and they get a jump ball. Possession arrow to the purple and gold.
That's 3 turnovers on the Orioles so far, 2 on the Vikings. 1:35 to go in the first quarter.
Bronson leads by 4. Jaden Carey, who checked in, pushing the ball up the floor. Now, nice cross-court moving. Ball comes top of the key. Carey, three-pointer, short off the rim. Rebound, Salesman off the glass and good. Flying in to get the tip in. Bronson looking like the better team right now, Murph.
Yeah, their ball movement has really been key against the Orioles zone. They've been getting open looks and second shots as well.
Vikings lead 11-5. Rathbun get it to the free throw line. Turnaround shot, missed by Maddie Hines. The ball tipped right back to Rathbun between the circles. To the right wing, it went to Clark. Now Rathbun holds the ball up high. Get it to the right corner. Clark, a couple of head fakes. Trying to get past Megan Lasky. She throws the ball away. And it's tracked down by Katie Rathbun for the over and back. Exactly 40 seconds left to play in the quarter. Another Quincy turnover. Who do we get in for Bronson? Addison Harris, a freshman. See if Bronson plays for the final shot of the quarter. They lead by 6, 11-5.
Quincy's went to a man-to-man.
Carey, the feed goes inside, and a traveling violation on Carissa Guest as she drove right side of the baseline.
First time we've seen either team not in a zone on that possession.
Bronson throwing out a press, but Quincy again able to break it. It's just in the front court where the Orioles have had troubles. The three-pointer by Hannah Clark off the rim, no good, one and done. Megan Lasky gets the rebound, cross-court it to the blocks. Now out to the right wing, a three-point tried by Harris, a little long. Here's Rathbun with 5 seconds left in the quarter. Rathbun with 4, a half-court desperation heave off the rim and rebound by Keona Salesman as the quarter ends. It's Bronson 11, Quincy 5 in this MHSAA Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. Second quarter in a minute. You're listening to March Magic on WTVB.
Who would you call if your heating system stopped working on a cold winter's day? For a company that you can count on to provide outstanding service to your home or business, place a call to Done's On-Time Services. They can repair or replace any make or model of heating system, improve the quality of your drinking water, and repair any plumbing problems. Done's is now hiring full-time techs. Apply today at Done's On-Time Services, 447 Marshall Street in Coldwater, or call 278-2995. That's 278-2995.
Farming doesn't follow an 8-to-5 schedule. A slow week is 60 to 80 hours. My land, livestock, and family rely on me. That's why I bought farm insurance from Auto Owners Insurance, because every policy comes with a local agent. A real person who lives right in my community, who I can rely on to help keep my farm covered no matter what.
The No Problem people. Your local auto owners agents are Scott Crabtree, DC Lyons, and Melanie Pish at C&O Insurance, North Clay Street, Coldwater.
AM 1590, FM 95.5 WTVB.
Running scoring totals, Megan Lasky with 5, Carissa Guest 2, Alana Mayer 2, and Keona Salesman with 2. That is Bronson's 11. Quincy, Jade Fickle with a three-pointer, Haley Hines with 2, and that's it. It's Quincy ball to start the second quarter. The Orioles trail by 6. Here's a three-point try. Rathbun, it's short off the rim, but Quincy gets the offensive rebound. It goes back out to Rathbun. Now Maddie Hines trying to drive, runs into a double team. Diving on the floor is her and a couple of Vikings. Jump ball possession arrow back to Bronson.
Well, shooting stats in that first quarter, Sean. Bronson 3 for 14, Quincy 2 for 10. So neither team lighting it up too much, especially from 3. Bronson just 1 of 7, Quincy 1 of 6.
Nice pass goes inside from Megan Lasky to Alana Mayer. Now back up top. A three-pointer good for Jaden Carey.
Yeah, if they start knocking those down, Quincy's going to be in trouble here.
It's going to be a long night for the girls in orange and black. The regular season series, the road team has won, but here in Bronson, the road team is now trailing by 9, 14-5. Kind of a cheap reach-in foul committed by Megan Lasky, her first, team second, trying to poke the ball away from Elizabeth Skur.
Yeah, down Stuchel, Coach Stuchel's keys were rebounding and cover the three-point shooters, and so far Quincy's had a little trouble with both.
Hines to the right corner, a dribble drive by Katie Rathbun. Get it back out top. Ball almost stolen by the Vikings, but it is tracked down by Haley Hines. Clark around to Rathbun on the left wing. 6:40 left to play in the first half. It is Bronson 14, Quincy 5. Ball to the right wing to Haley Hines, being picked up by Megan Lasky. Between the circles, Clark back to the right wing. Quincy's not able to find anything open in the zone, and a steal, and here comes a miss on the attempted layup by Carey, but Bronson gets an offensive rebound. Carey to Lasky up top. Bounce pass to Mayer. She's on the left elbow, trying to cross-court it back to Carey. We're going to get a whistle and a foul as Hannah Clark tried to steal the ball. Carey with her first, team third. What was our Jim Measle trying to tell you?
I couldn't hear him with the noise here. But Quincy is going to take over. They tried to run an offensive set that time without a high post. Just trying to make some adjustments here to find the key to breaking this Bronson zone.
What type of press did the Vikings show that time? Just a simple man press?
Yeah, I'm not sure that it happened so quick. They got through it. They've been doing a 2-1-2.
Rathbun in trouble, a triple team surrounding her, and she gets tied up by Carissa Guest. Possession arrow stays with the Orioles.
Yeah, the Lady Vikings doing a really good job with their zone, moving quickly in it. Quincy just having trouble getting open looks.
Katie Rathbun on the right wing, trying to sling it inside. A steal. Salesman gets the ball across to Carey. Carey, loose ball taken away from Guest. Here come the Orioles and Rathbun. Rathbun on the right wing, cross-court it to Haley Hines. Cut off on the left elbow. Now Clark will have to reset. 14-5. Vikings leading the Orioles. Points have been at a premium so far in this quarter. The only scoring, a three-pointer by Jaden Carey.
Bronson in their 2-3 zone.
Ball comes back out top. Clark three-pointer off the rim, but the rebound by Skur. She overshoots the rim. Third chance, bounces in and out. Salesman gets the rebound and gets it across to Carey. Long throw ahead to Brooke Washburn. Get a whistle and a foul going against Washburn. Her first, team fourth. 4:47 left to play in the first half from here at Bronson Junior Senior High School. The host Vikings leading the visiting Orioles 14-5. It's an MHSAA Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. Quincy able to break the press once again, but it's in the half court that the Orioles have had their troubles. Pass, another interception by the Vikings. It was stolen by Mary Covey, who checked into the Bronson lineup. Now Covey swing the ball around. Here's Washburn. Comes to the right wing to Carey. Carey drives the right wing. Layout off the glass, no good. Clark with a rebound for Quincy. Clark across half court. Bounce pass to the right wing. Another bad bounce pass. Another steal by the Vikings. Carey comes up with a steal. Washburn launches and misses a three-pointer short from the left wing. Quincy gets another rebound. It was Jade Fickle that got the rebound, got the ball to Hannah Clark. Ball swung around to the left wing, off of Clark's hands, and another turnover for the Orioles. Tony Lasky calling that timeout with 3:39 left in the half.
9 turnovers now for Quincy. They've really added up here in this second quarter. 5 for Bronson, 9 for Quincy. Bronson has knocked down a couple of threes, 1 for Lasky, 1 for Carey. Quincy has just 1.
Meanwhile, our Jim Measle is here actually following what's going on at the individual wrestling finals at Ford Field. How about a quick update, Mees?
All right. Ben Modert of Bronson is in the semifinals. He's one of 4 from Branch County in the semifinals. Also in the semifinals from Union City, Garrett Iobi at 140. And also in the semis, okay, we'll have further information later, but Modern and Iobi are 2 of the Branch County wrestlers in the semifinals, along with Craig Tappeton from Bronson. He's in at 160. And we also have Bradley Russell of Union City in the semifinals at 125. Still waiting to hear how the Bronson girls bowling team made out as they were playing for a state championship, Sean.
We're back underway coming out of the Bronson timeout. Vikings have the ball and a 9-point lead. 3.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Salesmen get the cross-court pass to Jenna Salick, and she gets tied up.
Yep, good job there on the jump ball. It's going to turn it over to Quincy. Quincy's been playing man-to-man the last few possessions, but it is going to stay with Bronson underneath their own basket.
Following further review, right?
Just had the mistake in the direction.
3:25 left to play in the first half, and the inbound comes immediately to Jenna Salick, and she gets the 4th and 5th points for the Vikings up on the board in this quarter. They now lead 16-5 over Quincy. The Orioles have not scored yet. There's 3:10 left to play in the first half. Clark has the ball, top of the key. Drives down the middle of the lane. The bounce pass comes out to the right wing. Now, Rathbun trying to scoop shot from the right elbow. Does draw the foul from Bronson.
Yeah, TJ Hathaway is our PA announcer, and he mentioned the Ben Modert status up at the state wrestling finals, and of course he's been a past champion. Following that closely here.
Macy Covey with her first foul in the team 5th. First of 2 from Katie Rathbun is good. That's her first free throw, first point of the game, actually. She's the second leading scorer for the Orioles coming in.
Yeah, she hasn't been able to find her outside shot yet, but boy, you see one go through there from the free throw line, and that can get you going.
46% free throw shooter coming in through the regular season, but she gets both of them here. 9-point lead, 16-7 Bronson. 2:50 left to play in the first half. Quincy extending their defense to the half-court line. Guest has the ball, get it left wing to Megan Lasky. Lasky gets the ball back from Mayer.
It is a good move by Quincy going to the man-to-man. They were just giving up too many looks against the zone.
Trying to get it, lob pass inside the Salesman, but the interception by Maddie Hines, and now here comes Katie Rathbun. A drive, scoop shot, in and out, but she drew contact once again.
Yeah, good job there, Katie, just taking it all the way from about half court down that right side into a double team, and she got fouled.
Guest with her first foul, team 6th. So the next Bronson whistle would send Quincy up to the free throw line for at least 1-on-1 the rest of the half. First of 2, good for Rathbun. Her 3rd point of the game.
Yeah, she's been deadly at the line. Came in averaging just about 12 points a game.
A quick aside, the Bronson girls bowling team currently facing Kent City in the Division III championship match out at Royal Scott in Lansing. We'll try to get you a final word on how they did a little bit later in our broadcast. Rathbun's free throw, she made both of them. Shot by Lasky, other end of the floor, missed. Quincy pushing the ball quickly up the floor. It was pushed away by one of the last touch by one of the Vikings. So Quincy will trigger in front of the Bronson bench. And it comes to Fickle. Rathbun has the ball on the right wing, back up top to Fickle. Swing the ball around to Sam Hageman, who checked in during that last stoppage in play. Hageman drives baseline left side. Shot was blocked. Loose ball is off of the fingertips of Fickle, but last touch by one of the Vikings as it went out of bounds. 1:46 left to play in the first half. Oriole ball underneath their own bucket. And the ball was kicked away on the inbound. We'll try this again.
Well, the Orioles have 4 points in a row, all free throws by Rathbun. Trying to keep a little momentum going here.
Inbound juggled and hauled in by Fickle. The Vikings staying in the 2-3 zone. They almost get the turnover. They do get the turnover. Megan Lasky poking the ball away, and it was last touched by an Oriole trying to save it. Bronson 16, Quincy 9, 1:32 and counting left to play in the half. Salick three-pointer from the left wing, bounces 2 times, did not go in. Hines gets the rebound, loses the ball, but it's picked up by Katie Rathbun. Rathbun pass intercepted by Salick. Layup is over the rim. Rathbun getting back to commit the foul. Her first and the team third.
Yeah, again, turnover on the Orioles, 11 now in this first half, giving Bronson the chance to get to the free throw line.
Salick, a 33% free throw shooter through the regular season, 15 out of 45. Misses the first one. Score remains 16-9 Bronson, 1:15 left in the first half.
Yep. Clark checking in for Hageman for the Orioles.
Second one off the rim, and Elizabeth Skur gets the rebound. Skur to Clark, who is between the circles, moves to her right, being picked up by Alana Mayer. Now Katie Rathbun, left wing, cross-court it. Now it goes inside. Maddie Hines, a drive, and she gets a nice generous bounce off the glass, off the rim, and through. Just a 5-point lead. A take to the rack. Megan Lasky is blocked hard, but there's going to be is there going to be a whistle on the foul? Yes, there is.
Yeah, Maddie Hines thought she had the block. So did the Oriole fans. But it's going to be Lasky at the line.
They call a foul on Hines, her second, and the team fourth.
16-11, the Orioles with 6 points in a row here are fighting back.
First of two, spun off the rim, did not go in for Lasky.
That last Oriole possession where Hines, they got the ball into her along the right sideline, and that's the first time they've been able to penetrate the zone and get a layup.
Lasky splits the pair at 17-11. Orioles trail by 6. Again, Quincy able to break the press. Here's Clark on the left wing. 40 seconds left to play in the first half. Clark gets the ball back on the left wing, now drives down the middle, runs into a brick wall, called Carissa Guest. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Clark, her first.
33 seconds to go. Bronson will try and improve on this 17-11 edge just before halftime.
Tiona Salesman on the right wing. Bounce pass it to Guest. Now back up top. Moving to the left elbow. The runner goes in for Alana Mayer, +1.
That's a big possession for the Lady Vikes. Her lead had been cut to 6.
Trouble for Quincy. Maddie Hines is dinged with her third foul. With 17.7 seconds left to play in the half. Three-point play try missed by Mayer. Here come the Orioles. Katie Rathbun with 11 seconds left in the half. Gets it across the timeline. Rathbun on the right wing. Spin move. Almost loses the ball. Chucks up the ball from the right elbow. It's missed. Tip in. Rolls off the rim. Salesman gets the rebound. Here's a three-quarter court heave. Well short of the rim for Jaden Carey. Bronson will take a 19-11 lead into the locker room. At the halftime break in this Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game, the Branch County Abstract and Title Halftime Report coming up in 3 minutes. You're listening to March Magic on WTVB.
Everyone knows that diamonds are forever, but did you know the ring and prongs holding your diamond can wear out just like the tires in your car? Cooley's Jewelry has a solution, a new mounting or jewelry reconditioning. Laura and Alyssa at Cooley's can breathe new life into your precious jewelry and can recommend the best options for your jewelry repair or remount. Stop in today and have your jewelry cleaned and checked for free. A little preventative maintenance can save hundreds of dollars in jewelry repairs. Your friends at Cooley's Jewelry are always ready to help you with all your jewelry needs. Downtown Coldwater since 1968.
How does the biggest and best RV Supercenter celebrate 30 years of business, Chase Haylett?
If you're Haylett RV Supercenter, you get bigger and better.
How is that even possible?
It's like going to an RV mall with all of the best brands available. The brands you told us you want, starting with the gold standard of RVs, Jayco. Well, guess what? You said you wanted them, and now we've got them. Wildwood and Catalina by Forest River.
15 acres of selection, serviced by factory-trained technicians, complete parts and accessories, the likes of which you've never seen. An easy to get to location. It's all here. Why go anywhere else?
Well, there is one stop I'd recommend before coming here. Point your mobile device to HAYLETTRV.com. All of our products are on our website. Pick out 4 or 5 of the best models that you want, then you're ready to come see them up close and personal. Buy an RV from the people who use them.
30 years says it all. Haylett RV Supercenter, US 12, just east of I-69 Coldwater, where family camping adventures begin.
It's your birthday, and El Cerrito wants to say,
Happy birthday, Panchita. Happy birthday to you.
So come in, enjoy a great meal, and for dessert, they'll serve you up a free dish of fried ice cream. It's no wonder everyone loves dining at El Cerrito Mexican Restaurant, along with friendly service, authentic Mexican food, and a festive atmosphere. Stop by for your birthday or any day. El Cerrito Mexican Restaurant in downtown Coldwater and in the Kroger Plaza, Hillsdale.
When the calendar says March, it's time to think spring. Gly's Farm Market, Bakery and Orchard has new spring, Easter, and St. Patrick's Day decor arriving daily. Look for houseplants and succulents to bring some fresh greenery to your indoor space. Remember to stock up on Michigan craft beers and wines too. And Gly's always has fresh produce, fresh baked donuts, fudge, and a large variety of pies. Stop by today. Gly's Farm Market, Bakery and Orchard, 464 North Willowbrook Road in Coldwater.
What is it that separates Haas Kaywood PC from other law firms? They listen to your needs and your concerns. Haas Kaywood PC provides cutting-edge legal representation with a hometown approach. In Southwest Michigan and Northern Indiana, Haas Kaywood PC is the name to know for business, commercial, and personal legal services. Visit their website at HaasKaywood.com. That's HaasKaywood.com. Haas Kaywood PC, the attorneys to know, the name to trust. Now serving the community with offices in Sturgis and Coldwater.
AM 1590, FM 95.5 WTVB.
It's halftime here at Bronson Junior Senior High School in this MHSAA Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. The Bronson Vikings leading the Quincy Orioles in a low-scoring affair thus far. 19-11 your present score. The halftime report brought to you by Branch County Abstract and Title. Wishing good luck to the Orioles and Vikings tonight. For title insurance, escrow closings, or other title or abstract services, turn to Branch County Abstract and Title. Locally owned and operated, they've been serving Branch County since 1887, where they strive to serve their customers. Branch County Abstract and Title, located at 22 Tebbets Plaza off Hanchett Street, Coldwater. Call them at 278-6960. So scoring for the Quincy Orioles, Katie Rathbun leading the way with 4 points, all from the charity stripe. 3 from Jade Fickle on a three-pointer, and 2 each for Haley Hines and Maddie Hines. That is Quincy's 11. Maddie Hines, incidentally, in some serious foul trouble, having picked up her third foul within the final 40 seconds of the second quarter. Bronson, meanwhile, is led by Megan Lasky's 6 points, 4 from Alana Mayer, a three-pointer from Jaden Carey, and 2 each for Keona Salesman, Carissa Guest, and Jenna Salick. 11-5 in the first, 8-6 in the second. all favoring the Vikings. You mentioned at the end of the first quarter how low the shooting percentages were for both teams, and obviously the trend continued in the second.
It didn't get any better in the second quarter. You got to credit both teams' defenses. Bronson's zone has been very effective against Quincy. They've been able to just pass it around the perimeter. Only just before halftime were they able to get it inside to the post where they could get a layup. At times the high post around the free throw line has been open, but they haven't been able to knock those shots down when they have been available. Quincy really, I think, was more effective once they went to the man-to-man. They were giving up a number of good three-point looks. Bronson wasn't making them, but Coach Stuchel, I think, felt that they needed to change momentum and go to man-to-man, and that did result in some good things for the Orioles. Shooting-wise, 6 for 23 for Bronson so far tonight, so just a hair over 25% from the field. 2 of 10 on threes so far tonight. Quincy, 3 of 18. That's going to be somewhere around 15% or so, and they are 1 of 8 from 3. Rebounding, we have 15 for the Orioles, 12 for Bronson. Quincy did a better job of that again when they went to the man-to-man. Turnovers really hurt the Orioles in that second quarter. They're up to 12 now on the game. Bronson with just 6 in that first half. So that's kind of the way the stats look here, Sean. And, it's going to, but the Orioles, thanks to Rathbun's free throws, kind of stayed in it.
I was going to say, the past few games that you and I have done, we've been lucky to get one team at 12 rebounds or so for the entire game.
Right, yeah, and well, it kind of feeds that because of the poor shooting. Has offered a lot of rebound opportunities. So, but Quincy would have to think they're in decent shape with just about even in the rebounding department. Keona Salesman, after her 2020 game Wednesday, has been pretty quiet in this first half so far.
The winner of this game will move on to the Division III Girls Basketball Regional, number 21, if you're following along on the MHSAA website. And that will be played next Tuesday and Thursday at Columbia Central High School out in Brooklyn. The winner of this game would face the winner of the Dansville District, which would be either Byron or Langsburg, and that game is scheduled to tip off at 7 o'clock. First game at 5:30 next Tuesday would pit the winner of the Grass Lake District, either Michigan Central or Columbia Central, against the winner of the Lumen Christi District, either Leslie or the surprise team in that tournament, the host squad, the Lumen Christi Titans.
Well, there's nothing like March magic, as you say. And, of course, next week the boys tournament gets underway. So this district will be played over at Quincy on the boys' side.
And it opens up on Monday with Union City against Centerville at 6. Wednesday, a doubleheader. The Bronson Viking boys will take on Union City Centerville winner at 5:30. Quincy versus White Pigeon at 7. The district championship next Friday, March 13th, beginning at 6. While we have a chance to recap what happened for the Coldwater Bowlers in the Division II team finals out at Century Bowl. The boys, unfortunately, were not able to qualify out of the morning qualifying block. The top 8 teams advanced to bracket play. Coldwater finished 14th in the qualifying block. That's the boys' team. The girls, they finished second in the qualifying block, but they were eliminated by Carleton Airport, 12-33 to 10-62 in the bracket play quarterfinals. 19-11, Bronson on top of Quincy back here in this MHSAA Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. Second half action coming up in a minute. You're listening to March Magic on WTVB.
Tonight's broadcast is sponsored in part by Dynamic Hardscapes and Construction. Just like the players tonight, the team at Dynamic Hardscapes brings their very best to every job. The crew at Dynamic Hardscapes are proud to help bring you the best of local high school sports, along with the best in custom remodeling for any room in your home. Call 517-206-1985 for a free consultation or visit dynamichardscapes.com. Expert home building and remodeling inside and out. from Dynamic Hardscapes and Construction.
Getting ready to take to the fields? Save money on your lubricants at Warner Oil with their spring sale. Here's Mark Loveberry, owner of Warner Oil.
We have our line of lubricants that benefit the ag industry, all the lubricants that the farmers need to lubricate their tractors, their implements, their semis that they haul grain with. The sale runs to May 15th.
Call Warner Oil in Coldwater, Reading, or in Sturgis. 3 locations to service you better.
Warner Oil, the only locally owned and operated fuel lubricant marketer.
AM 1590, FM 95.5 WTVB.
Be listening to the end of our broadcast. We will name McDonald's players of the game for both the Vikings and the Orioles. It's presented by your local area McDonald's restaurants. And the Bronson McDonald's actually is just a stone's throw, almost literally, from Bronson Junior Senior High School. That's where we're at for this Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game between the host Bronson Vikings and the visiting Quincy Orioles. It's Bronson ball to begin it's actually Quincy ball to start the second half. Bronson thought it was going to be their ball, but it's actually Quincy ball. We've switched sides. They're moving from left to right. Bronson from right to left.
These 2 large fan bases getting fired up for the second half of action here.
The entire lower level of the gym filled to capacity, and there's some scattered people in the upper balcony on the other side of the gym. Bronson staying in a zone look. Looks like a 1-2-2 zone right now.
Yep.
There's a pump fake by Rathbun. Now the ball comes inside. Maddie Hines better be careful. She has 3 fouls on her. Ball comes back out to Rathbun. Left wing 3. Bounces off the rim. Rebound by Salesman. And the ball taken away from Salick by Rathbun. Rathbun coughs up a gopher ball. Salick takes it right back. Finds Lasky. She's at the top of the key. Tossing it to the left baseline. Now comes out to the wing. 3-pointer. In and out. No good for Guest. Rebound by Quincy. Here comes Rathbun. Rathbun, spin move at the half-court line. Now get it to Hannah Clark. We've got both sets of starters on the floor for both the Vikings and the Orioles. 19-11 Bronson. Quincy has the ball. A chance to cut into the lead. Skur to Maddie Hines on the right elbow. Get it out to the left elbow. A jumper by Clark. Missed. Salesman with another rebound. Here comes Lasky. Megan Lasky is on the right wing. Roaming the perimeter. Get it to the left wing to Salick. Now back to Lasky. It comes to Mayer. Cross-court it back to Salick.
Yeah, Quincy's back to their zone in the 2-3.
Salesman has it on the right corner. There's a dribble drive by Mayer. She's called for double dribbling as the Quincy defense closed in on her.
Bronson's going to be in there. 2-1-2 full court. It hasn't caused Quincy any issues.
No, but again, it's the half-court offense that's been troublesome for the Orioles. A miss, but the Orioles get their own rebound, specifically Rathbun does, and draws contact.
Yeah, Katie, their leading scorer. She's just been able to score from the free throw line tonight. She has 4 points. She's had trouble getting it going from the field, but good determination there. She brought it into the lane, missed the shot, got her own rebound, and got fouled.
Makes the first of 2 here. The foul was on Carissa Guest, her second, team first of the second half. 19-12 Vikings, 6:01 left to play in the third quarter. Second one, rims out, and the rebound taken down by Guest. Lasky across half court. Get the ball to Salesman. Cross court it, Salick, left wing 3. Off the rim a little long, and the rebound taken in by Rathbun. Katie Rathbun lobs the ball to Clark, back right corner of the front court. Being picked up by Mayer. Trying to get it inside. Ball poked away. It is picked up, though, by Jade Fickle, who finds Hannah Clark, immediately double teamed. Draws a foul from Alana Mayer. That's going to be her first and the team's second. 5:24 left in the third quarter. Still at 19-12 Vikings. Bounce pass to the left elbow. A drive by Maddie Hines and a little traveling music, Sammy.
Yeah, fouls haven't really been an issue tonight other than Maddie Hines, who has 3.
Here come the Vikings with a chance to add to their lead. They haven't scored yet in this quarter. No look bounce pass. Now it comes back out to the perimeter. Jumper by Megan Lasky was blocked, and the loose ball taken by Scoor. Elizabeth Scoor finds Katie Rathbun. Rathbun trying to take it coast to coast. The ball was stripped. Possession will stay with the Orioles underneath us.
Rathbun thought there should have been a foul. She split a couple Viking defenders there, but it's going to be Quincy out of bounds.
And Rathbun finds Scoor. Gets it to Maddie Hines. A drive and a score. Just a 5-point lead for the Vikings, 19-14. Bronson has not scored yet in this quarter. Ball tipped away from Keona Salesman. Trying to save it was Megan Lasky, and she runs out of bounds in the process.
Boy, here's a big opportunity for the Orioles. They've cut it to 5. If they can knock down a shot here with 4:36 to go in the third, would really give them some confidence.
Salek out and Jaden Carey back in. Fickle to Rathbun. Now to Hannah Clark, the point guard. A move to the left elbow. Now kick it back out to the perimeter. Trap. Now driving baseline. She loses the dribble. We get a whistle. And we get a Bronson foul, an offensive foul on Clark.
Yeah, a little too much dribbling for Clark. She couldn't free herself from the pressure of the zone. Katie Rathbun taking a little quick, or no, is she out there?
I believe she is.
No, she is still out there. I lost her on the offensive end.
Viking ball. Bounce pass intercepted by Scoor underneath the bucket.
Yeah, nice play by Scoor, anticipating that pass.
Fickle hugging the tightrope along the right sideline. Has the ball. Bounce pass to Maddie Hines. Bounce it back out. Rathbun around to Clark. Left wing 3 rolls off the rim. Rebound Salesman. Here comes Lasky across half court. The feed inside. Mayer shot blocked. The Vikings keep possession. Carey get the ball to Guest. The pass inside, intercepted. Rathbun get it across to Schuker, but she misses.
It was really a nice pass. She had an open layup on the left side. Couldn't get it to go down.
Timeout is taken. I believe it's Quincy timeout, correct?
Let's see. I think we got Bronson. Bronson had the ball.
That's a 30-second timeout. We remind you that here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings, becoming better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs, their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics. 19-14, Bronson on top of Quincy. 3:20 left to play in the third quarter, and I thought points were at a premium in the first and second quarters.
Well, almost 5 minutes of action here. Bronson still looking to get on the scoreboard here in the third quarter. 5 turnovers this quarter has kind of hurt their cause.
Quincy only have 3 points to show for their effort thus far in the frame. A free throw by Katie Rathbun and a bucket by Maddie Hines.
Well, the Orioles double-teamed Lasky over along the sideline, but it went off. Bronson will retain possession.
Guest to inbound to Megan Lasky. Get it to Jaden Carey. Now Lasky to Salesman on the right corner. Ball poked away by Scoor. It was off of Salesman.
Quincy, another chance to eat into this lead. They haven't been able to get that big basket to get him over the hump yet.
Quincy able to break that. Bronson Prince. Here's a dribble drive by Clark. Kick the ball out to Scoor. Takes a 17-foot jumper. Short off the front of the rim, but it's tracked down by Maddie Hines. Rathbun around to Clark on the left wing. We've been stuck at 19-14 for an awful long time here, Murph.
That's true.
Here's Clark, top of the key. Bounce it to Rathbun, who's immediately double teamed. Ball almost poked away by the double team of Carey and Lasky, and now we get a Quincy timeout.
Yeah, good timeout by Coach Stuchel. His Orioles were double teamed right along the sideline here. It was going to be close to being a turnover, so timeout saved that.
19-14 Bronson here late in the third quarter from here at Bronson Junior Senior High School, this MHSAA Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Clark inbounds to Rathbun. Immediate double team on her. Get it cross court. Fade away. Maddie Hines off the glass and good.
Boy, that was a nice play out of the timeout. Quincy got it to go. Maddie Hines with 6 now.
19-16. Here's a shot from the right baseline. Bronson finally answers. That's Carissa Guest with a score.
Boy, did they need that.
21-16 after that exchange of buckets. We get a whistle and a foul on the Quincy end of the floor. Team third for the Vikings and the second for Alana Mayer.
Salick checks in for the Vikings.
Mayer comes out. Quincy to trigger in front of their bench. Rathbun finds Maddie Hines. Now back to Rathbun, who's immediately picked up by Megan Lasky. Moving off a screen, cross court it to the left corner. Dribble drive by Clark. Get it out to Maddie Hines. Jumper from the left elbow was missed. Loose ball tracked down by Guest. Gets it to Lasky. Lasky out to Carey. Left wing three is an air ball. Rebound put back is there for Keona Salesman. Just when Quincy thought they were getting momentum, Bronson snatched it right back as the Orioles try to break the press and throw the ball away.
7-point lead for the Vikings. Keona Salesman with that offensive putback. She's got 4 points on the night.
23-16 Vikings with a minute 23 and counting left to play in the quarter. Vikings have the ball. High bounce pass intended for Guest. It was intercepted by the Orioles. Skur can't finish on the fast break. Loose ball picked up by Guest. Gets it to Lasky. Megan Lasky on the right wing. Carey to the left elbow. Guest jumper off the rim, no good. Rebound put back. Salick is blocked. She's going to go up and shoot a pair. With exactly 1 minute left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, the last two possessions, the Vikings have been able to grab an offensive rebound. Salesman scoring that last time down, and now Salick at the line for two.
She missed earlier in this game, and she's now 0 of 3. The first one was a little bit short. Macy Covey coming in for Bronson. Haley Hines for Quincy. Good job by Maddie Hines not picking up her fourth foul.
Right.
Salick misses and makes, increasing the lead to 8, 24-16 Bronson. Another fast break opportunity. Layup is good underneath by Haley Hines.
Beautiful passing by the Orioles there.
Two possession game once again, 24-18. Three-pointer by Megan Lasky. Could have been a pass to Keona Salesman, but the ball knocked away from her. Vikings do retain possession. Here is Lasky on the right wing. Left wing to Salick. Now up top, it's coming to Carey. Are the Vikings going to play for the final shot of the quarter? It looks like that's the marching orders from head coach Tony Lasky, Megan's dad. A three-point try from the right wing. We get a whistle and a Bronson foul.
Yeah, apparently against the Orioles.
But check that. That is Katie Rathman picking up her second foul.
Yeah, I didn't see it underneath. Apparently something down in the lane.
I did not, because I was looking at the three-point try by Megan Lasky fall a little short. Foul obviously away from that. But Bronson retains possession. Here is Jaden Carey getting the ball to Megan Lasky on the left wing. Pull-up three-pointer off the rim, no good. And Rathbun with a rebound. 2 seconds, 1 second. Lob it ahead to Maddie Hines, and it's a little too late. After 3, it's Bronson 24, Quincy 18 in this Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. Final quarter of regulation in a minute. You're listening to March Magic on WTVB.
You lucky buck! Driving a car you hate sucks, so don't stay stuck. Change your luck for only $1. Michelle and Melissa, your sisters of savings from Rainbow Motor Sales. Right now, we're on a mission to help you make your own luck. So even if you've heard no in the past, if you've got $1, you could change your luck. You could drive a nicer newer car today for just $1 down. You lucky buck. Heard no in the past? You lucky buck. Credit seen better days? You lucky buck. Think you won't get approved? You lucky buck. Our solution specialists don't leave anything up to chance. They prioritize people, not credit scores. So even if you've had some bad luck getting approved in the past, you can count on them to work harder than the rest. Don't let the bad luck keep you stuck. We don't rely on a roll of the dice to get you approved. We want to help you. But don't push your luck. This deal's done when the luck runs out. I'm Michelle. And I'm Melissa. And we're your dealers for the people. See all the cars at rainbowmotorsales.com. That's rainbowmotorsales.com.
Credit and $1 down required bank approval. Negative equity may not be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends 3/31/2020.
The voice of Branch County for high school sports. AM 1590 WTVB Coldwater and FM 95.5 W238CD Coldwater.
Bronson ball to start the final quarter of regulation, leading Quincy 24-18, but the Orioles outscored the Vikings in the third quarter 7-5. A double team on Jaden Carey on the back right corner of the front court. Carey gets the ball back from Jenna Salick. Here is Carissa Guest on the right wing, 25 feet away. Salesman has the ball on the left wing. Salesman to the left corner to Carey. What type of defense is Quincy showing? Are they man-to-man again?
No, they're still in their 2-3, and there's a steal.
Stolen by Maddie Hines. 1-on-2 break, layup. Almost wedges between the backboard and the rim. Ball goes out of bounds. Quincy fans up in arms, but they are going to get the ball back. They thought there should have been a foul.
Yeah, Hines took it right to the rack. They would have liked a foul. Quincy's going to inbound with the stack offense right in front of the inbounder.
Clark gets it to Rathbun. Rathbun, jumper from the left blocks, no good. Salesman trying to save the ball, but her heel was just out of bounds.
Katie Rathbun trying to score on that inbounds play. Just hasn't been able to get him to fall so far.
The inbound lobbed to the left wing to Haley Hines up top. It comes to Katie Rathbun, moving off a screen. Now Maddie Hines thought about the three, drive down the middle, take a jumper inside the free throw line, and it bounces and goes through. She now has 8. She currently leads all scorers, incidentally. 24-20 Vikings, 6:53 left in regulation. Pass almost intercepted by Hines. Hines does tip it to little sister Haley. Haley bounce pass looking for Clark, trying to bounce the ball was Carissa Guest, but Guest was out of bounds before she could try to bounce the ball off of Haley Hines. Quincy retains possession. Megan Lasky comes back in. Alana Mayer to the bench for Bronson. Quincy can cut into the lead a little bit more. Skur receives the inbound. Rathbun has it on the left wing. Double team on her. Throws it over Hannah Clark's hands and out of bounds to the Bronson fan base underneath us.
6th turnover for Quincy in the second half. Bronson now with 9 in this second half.
Bronson will take a timeout with 6:33 left, a full timeout. It's 24-20, Bronson on top of Quincy in this MHSAA Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game.
For the game totals, the Orioles up to 18 turnovers now. They had 12 of those in the first half. Bronson with 15. They've been more affected here in the second half. Bronson clinging to this 24-20 lead. They've had the lead throughout. they haven't been able to open it up more than about 6 points. Earlier, I think they had it at 8. Let's see, even earlier, Sean, it was more than that, wasn't it? Quincy had a slow start. It was about 16-5, I think, at one point.
11-5 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
19-11 at half, 24-18 after 3, and now 24-20.
Yeah, Katie Rathman had some free throws that kind of cut into it just before halftime. And Quincy's been right there. They just haven't been able to get that basket to kind of draw them closer. Bronson has hung on. They're going to inbound with, is that 5:33 to go? Or
6:33. You kind of have to squint. That's an old style scoreboard with the incandescent lights inside, some of which need to be replaced. Salesman receives a pass, get the ball to Salick on the left blocks, now back outside. Jaden Carey to Megan Lasky on the right wing. A drive, a shot blocked, and the ball hauled in by Quincy. Scorer delivers the ball to Haley Hines. She's sideline right. The ball comes to Clark. Clark cross quarter to Haley Hines, driving baseline. Double team collapses on her. And now timeout is going to be taken by Jared Stuchel. He takes a 30. We will as well. 6:05 left in regulation. 24-20. Vikings are back in 30 seconds. You're listening to March Magic on WTVB.
This Friday and Saturday only at Meijer. Save big during the 2-day sale. Mix or match 3-pound bags of sweet seedless mandarins or Gala apples. Buy one, get one free. Meijer fresh rotisserie chickens are only $3.99. Meijer dish detergent is only $2.99. And athletic shoes for the family are 40% off. Get more than enough for the whole family with great deals this Friday and Saturday at Meijer. Why pay more? Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
AM 1590, FM 95.5 WTVB.
Quincy ball coming out of their timeout. They trail by 4. Hannah Clark is looking. And the ball's going to be tracked down by Haley Hines in the back left corner of the front court. She is between the circles with Jaden Carey hawking her. Carey's going to be guilty of the foul, according to referee Randy Spangler.
Rebounding stats, Bronson with 20, Quincy with 19, so pretty much a wash there. Keona Salesman with 9 of those for Bronson.
We try this again from the sideline. It comes to Clark between the circles. 24-20 Vikings. Under 6 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. The bounce pass comes to Rathbun. Now Maddie Hines up top, moving to the elbow. Out to Clark. Right corner 3. It's short. Maddie Hines trying to get the rebound, but Carissa Guest had better position. Megan Lasky gets the ball to Jaden Carey on the left wing. Lob it back to Lasky, moving to the right wing. Shot blocked. Ball out of bounds. It's Quincy ball. As you mentioned, Randy Spangler, one of the referees, along with Bill DeBow and Kent Neitchert. Quincy almost did not break the press. Flying in to try and get the steal was Jenna Salick. She tips the ball out of bounds near the half-court line, so Quincy will retain possession rather. Bronson leads by 4.
Coach Stuchel upset with that long cross-court pass against the press here. Make the short, quick, easy pass, he says.
Clark almost had the ball poked away by Carey, roaming the perimeter. Now get it to Rathbun. Triple team. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by one member of that Viking triple team. Lasky was on her. Salesman was on her.
Yeah.
Rathbun to inbound.
The Orioles really run into trouble when they dribble or pass into the corner where Bronson can get that double team.
Clark on the left wing. Ball poked away again by Carey. This time it rolls into the Oriole bench. We try this again with 4:54 left. Clark finally gets the ball inbounded to Maddie Hines. Clark now has it back. The point guard lobs it inside to Skor. It was knocked away by her defender, Carissa Guest.
Yep, 4:47 to go. Bronson 24, Quincy 20 here at the home of the Vikings.
One more time. The inbound lob top of the key to Katie Rathbun. Immediate double team on her. Haley Hines, bounce pass to Elizabeth Stewart, trying to get it to Maddie Hines, gets the ball back out. Maddie Hines' three-pointer is an air ball. Salick with the rebound, and the double team collapses on her of Clark and Skewer. Clark picks up her third foul and the team third. 4 fouls up on the board for Bronson. So Clark and Hines with 3 fouls apiece. No one with more than 2 fouls for Bronson. Megan Lasky with the ball. On the weave it comes to Keona Salesman. Now left wing, a dribble drive, Alana Mayer. Feed inside to Salesman, and she gets a layup.
Boy, that was nicely designed play. Alana Mayer feeding up high to the 6'1 Salesman.
Here's a give to Hannah Clark. Drive to the right side of the blocks. And Elizabeth Skewer with her first bucket of the game answers. After that exchange of buckets near the halfway point of the quarter, it's 26-22.
Yeah, very similar play at the Oriole end.
Pass inside intended for Alana Mayer. It was tipped away by Quincy. We'll try this again from the sideline to our left. 3:56 left. And it comes to Carey. Mayer to the left corner. Lasky faked the three. Now she'll take it from just past the corner, and she drains it. Wow. That could be a dagger. It's now a 7-point lead for the Vikings, 29-22.
A big three by Megan Lasky.
Maddie Hines to Elizabeth Skewer. Get it to the left corner. Fickle inside. Now the cross-court pass to Clark. She got bumped, and she'll go up and shoot a pair.
What a pass by Skewer down from the left block. She was double-teamed. Somehow got that ball over to Clark and just missed the layup. So that'll give her 2 at the line.
Remember what I said about no Viking being in any foul trouble? That just changed with Carissa Guest picking up her third. First of 2 rattles in for Hannah Clark, her first point of the game from the free throw line on the season, 58%.
Yeah, and with 3:25 to go, really not a big issue with 3 fouls.
Clark's second rattles in. Quincy's cut the lead back down to 5. Bronson's led the entire night. I think the closest that the Orioles have gotten since early in the game has been 4. Ball comes back out to the right wing. Another three-pointer tried by Jaden Carey. It's missed. And the ball goes out of bounds back to Quincy. 3:07 and counting left to play in the fourth quarter. Bronson pressing. Katie Rathbun splits the double team at half court. Rathbun looking for Hines instead. Gets it to Clark for 3. Short off the rim. And the ball tracked down by Alana Mayer. After that early three-pointer by Jade Fickle, the Orioles have been bone dry from the long line.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to get that basket that gets them right back into it. Of course, they're only down 5. They've been within 4 many times, had many opportunities, just haven't been able to get that ball to go down.
Hannah Clark comes out of the game because she just picked up her 4th foul. Haley Hines comes in for her with 2:39 left. And Bronson will take a timeout. Each team has 5 fouls apiece. If I am reading the possession arrow correctly, it's pointing toward Quincy, but I haven't seen it work completely at 100% the entire night. 29-24 Vikings on top.
Yeah, we had that the other night from Gull Lake, too, where they had to do it manually. Both fan bases getting it fired up here, especially the student sections here. Bronson has had this 4, 5, 6-point lead the entire second half. Quincy has done just enough to stay at that point, but still looking to get a little closer. It's been a well-played game. Turnovers a little higher than either coach would like, but good defense from both squads have kept the shooting percentages low.
Viking ball coming out of the timeout. 2:34 and counting left to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Orioles go man-to-man.
Vikings lead by 5. Here's a dribble drive, a runner, no good for Alana Mayer. Rebound putback is short, but there's going to be a whistle and a foul as Carissa Guest tried to get the rebound putback. She's going to go up to the line and shoot a pair. Katie Rathman picks up her 3rd foul, and now the team's 6th.
Quincy had the rebound momentarily, but it got knocked out of their hands, and Guest, opportunistic, got the ball. She missed the first free throw.
She is a 39% free throw shooter coming in. Really, the Vikings have not been that great as a team from the charity stripe. Only 42% as a team. Second one spins in and out. The ball tipped away from Maddie Hines. By comparison, incidentally, Quincy shooting 52% from the charity stripe. We'll see if free throws become a factor. 2:16 left to play in the 4th quarter. Quincy looking at a Bronson press. Ball still in the backcourt. Rathman gets the ball across. Here's Maddie Hines trying to get it to score off of her hands and stolen by Mayer. Stolen right back by Skur. Here comes Haley Hines down the middle. Layup high off the glass, no good. The ball taken away from Bronson. Here is Maddie Hines on the left elbow. Get it back out to Haley Hines. Orioles trail by 5. Rathman around to Haley Hines on the right wing. Minute 43 left. Now to Rathman. Rathman, Haley Hines, open three-pointer. It's an air ball and right into the arms of Alana Mayer. Here come the Vikings. Megan Lasky still in the backcourt. Megan Lasky kicked the ball out to the left wing. Roaming the perimeter is Jaden Carey. Now Keona Salesman has it.
Yeah, Quincy may have to get into foul mode here with 1:20 to go. Trailing by 5.
Lasky to Carey. Hines trying to poke the ball away. Check that may have been Fickle. That it was Fickle committing the foul. Just her 2nd, and now the team's 7th. Does send Carissa Guest back to the free throw line.
Looks like Carey's going to be there.
Okay.
Yep, and Bronson's had some problems at the line of late.
Carey, a 45% free throw shooter. Front end of the 1-and-1 is short, but the ball taken away by Skur. Here come the Orioles quickly. Katie Rathbun, shot blocked. Salesman with a rebound. Here comes Carey. A reach-in foul by Rathbun. That is going to be her 4th and the team 8th. Back to the free throw line with exactly 1 minute left.
Boy, again there, Katie Rathbun. Nice drive to the basket. Couldn't get it to go. Quincy thought there was some contact there, but we are back at the line.
Front end of this 1-and-1, too strong off the back of the rim. And the ball came back to Carey. Salesman out to Lasky, three-pointer, rolls off the rim. Rebounded by Quincy. Maddie Hines got the rebound, and she is fouled. That's going to be the 6th team foul on the Vikings. They had that foul to give. Alana Mayer with her 3rd foul and the team's 6th. 53.4 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. 5-point Viking lead, 29-24. Rathbun gets the ball to Clark, who checked back in. Clark runs into a double team, ball poked away by Salesman, who is part of that double team. Now the Vikings will trigger, the Orioles rather, will trigger underneath their basket.
45 seconds to play. Quincy down 5.
And the inbound comes to score off the glass and good.
Really nicely executed inbound.
Fan base is coming alive. Megan Lasky across half court for Bronson. They lead by only 3, 29-26. A triple team surrounds Lasky on the right corner, and Coach Tony Lasky calls a timeout with exactly 30 seconds left.
Well, Lasky was maintaining her dribble. I think she wanted to foul to get to her so she could go to the line, but Quincy got her triple teamed over in the corner, and that led to the timeout.
So let's double check and see among the starters, Keona Salesman, a 54% free throw shooter coming in. Alana Mayer at 35, Carissa Guest 39, Megan Lasky at 48, Jaden Carey at 45, Jenna Salick at 33. So really Keona Salesman at 54%, the best free throw shooter for the Vikings.
Yeah, Bronson hasn't been able to knock those free throws down of late. It's given Quincy opportunities, and they finally cashed in on that inbounds play. Skewer had a really nice box out using her body. She got the inbound pass and made a layup. But it's got the Orioles within 3.
It's exactly 30 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 29-26 Bronson, but the Vikings will have the ball underneath their basket.
They're going to line up in a stack on the right side. Carissa Guest to inbound. Quincy will look to foul if they can't get the steal right away.
And it comes to Carey, and there's the immediate foul.
So Carey to the line now.
The foul was committed by Sam Hagman. It's just her first. She and Haley Hines will come out. Hannah Clark and Maddie Hines, each with 4 fouls coming back. I checked that. That was Jade Fickle coming back in. Maddie Hines does have 4 fouls. Front end of the 1-and-1 is short. Rebound by Score. It is tipped to a teammate, and Jared Stuchel will call a timeout with 26 seconds left. Setting up for potentially the game-tying basket.
Well, they have time to come down and get a 2-point if they desire something inside, but they would, of course, love to set up a 3, too, if possible. And Fickle has been the only Oriole to hit a 3 tonight. Bronson has hit 3. Lasky has 2, and Carey with 1. See what Coach Stuchel has up his sleeve here for this final 20-some seconds.
Quincy outscoring Bronson thus far in the fourth quarter, 8-5. That's why they trail by only 3 with, if I recall correctly, because the scoreboard clock counts down the time during the timeouts. It's around 26 seconds left to play in regulation.
Well, Quincy had that slight edge in the third quarter, 7-5. They trailed by 8 at the half. Quincy to inbound on the sideline. Bronson will be able to put man-to-man pressure here.
6 fouls up on the board for the Vikings, 8 for the Orioles, and the inbound comes to Clark. 3-pointer is short. Loose ball tracked down by Rathbun. Now back up top to Clark. Check that. That was Maddie Hines, and it's called for a traveling violation. That's a big one, Murph.
It is. Clark, nice inbounds play. She got the inbound pass, came down. I think she might have had a foot on the line, but she took that 3. Missed it, but it was a long rebound. Quincy was able to scramble for it, but then the travel.
Haley Hines and Hagman back in for Quincy. And Haley Hines commits the foul on Megan Lasky as she received the ball deep in the backcourt. That will be the 9th team foul on the Orioles. And Haley Hines is second.
Well, it's going to be the 2-shot foul in the bonus.
That's right, that is now the 10th team foul. Another miss. It bounced 3 times on the front of the rim and went out to the right.
Boy, the free throw percentages are going to be pretty rough by the time we add those up tonight.
13.5 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. You wouldn't expect, with the game being 29-26, Bronson on top, that we could be in for a nail-biting finish.
Well, the Orioles would need another missed free throw here, and then they have 13 seconds to get it down the floor and get a 3. But if Bronson can hit this free throw, that pretty much would make it academic. Well, there's been, we're getting the Bronson, Michigan.
Volk.
Yes.
Oh, well, let me take a look here at the best free throw shooters by percentages. Katie Rathman at 36, Hannah Clark at 34, and Elizabeth Skur with 33. So Clark right now with 2 points, Skur with 4, and who's the other one? Katie Rathman with 5. She has not, incidentally, made a field goal yet tonight. All of her 5 points coming from the free throw line.
Well, the Viking mascot doing a little dance there to the Bronson, Michigan song at the timeout. And here's a real critical free throw.
It's good.
It down. Oh, big one by Lasky.
It's now a 2-possession game, and the ball tipped on the inbound. Quincy will retain possession. Well, that hurts the Oriole cause, being down 4, 30-26. There's now 12.3 seconds left. And the inbound sideline left. Immediately to the left wing, the right wing. Hannah Clark with another miss on the three-pointer. Ball saved right to Salesman's hands. 2 Orioles literally running into each other. Clark and Maddie Hines trying to commit the foul. And that's going to be the end of the night for Hannah Clark. Not the end of her career, because she is just a junior. There's now 2 seconds left, and Bronson looks like they're going to secure this one.
They're going to hang on here. It's been a very close defensive struggle.
The first one from Megan Lasky spun in and out again. Fiona Salesman will come out. The other seniors coming out one by one for the Bronson Vikings and also for the Quincy Orioles.
Well, a chance for the fan bases to show their appreciation to this hard-fought game tonight. Both teams really left it out here on the floor. They had split during the season.
Tonight, the home team is going to get the victory. The other 2 games were won by the road team. Second one is good for Megan Lasky. She splits that pair. It's a 5-point lead. And that's it. Bronson wins their 3rd district championship in 4 years, beating Quincy 31-26.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. Both teams putting a lot of effort into this one. You got to hand it to the defenses tonight. There was really some cold shooting by both clubs, but the Vikings able to prevail here in this district title game.
In just a minute, we're going to tune in to the medal and trophy presentation, which means that the Bronson Vikings will be advancing to the Columbia Central Regional on Tuesday night, where they will take on either Byron or Langsburg. A 7 o'clock tip next Tuesday, March 10th.
Totaling up these shooting stats. Got a lot to look at. We've got free throws to total up. It's Jean LeClaire coming to the half court.
She spent most of her day up in Lansing at Royal Scott watching the Bronson bowling teams compete in the state finals. The boys bowed out in the morning qualifying block, but the girls are still in action playing the championship match. Now let's tune in to our PA announcer. A number of these girls are call-ups in the JV team. In this Division III girls basketball district championship game, the Bronson Vikings came out on top over the Quincy Orioles 31-26. Post-game wrap coming up in 3 minutes. You're listening to March Magic on WTVB.
It happens every Friday.
People come from all over.
The Friday Night Fish Fry at the Willows Bar and Grill.
All you can eat Alaskan pollock or the 3-piece special.
Lightly breaded and fried to perfection. Comes with homemade coleslaw and fries.
Friday night fish, delicious.
Not only is the fish delicious, but there's Karen's homemade chili and soup too.
Don't forget on Thursdays, we have Buck a Beer.
Buck a what?
Buck a Beer. Get domestic cans for just $1 on Thursdays.
The Willows Bar and Grill. Buck a Beer domestic cans all day, just $1 on Thursdays. Delicious food and a great atmosphere.
It's all good at the Willows Bar and Grill.
Anytime is a great time to enjoy your favorite food and drink specials. But don't forget the Friday Night Fish Fry. All you can eat Alaskan pollock at the Willows. There's something for everyone too, like fried chicken, chicken strips, or the hot buffalo chicken sandwich. The Willows Bar and Grill, home of the Willow Burger.
Now that's delicious. Follow us on Facebook too.
The Willows Bar and Grill, just east of River Road on US 12 in Coldwater. The space heater next to the curtains, the 12 plugs sharing one power strip, the frayed wire inside the wall. Fire damage may happen in a flash. So may the cleanup and restoration when you call the professionals at ServPro of Branch and Southern Calhoun counties at 517-278-5261. That's where you'll find a team of highly trained specialists with more than 4 decades of experience in helping to make fire and water damage like it never even happened. Because when it's your home or business that's been damaged by fire, you don't just want your things clean, you want your life back as well. So when fire damage strikes, call the red trucks to put out the flames and call on the green vans to help put your life back together at 517-278-5261. ServPro of Branch and Southern Calhoun counties. With the trust of the insurance industry and more than 1,600 franchise locations, they're guaranteed to be faster to any size disaster. The cleanup specialist at ServPro of Branch and Southern Calhoun counties. Call them at 517-278-5261, helping make fire and water damage like it never happened.
What can you get for $10 down at Premier Rental Purchase? How about 2 weeks free rental on a new sectional, Troy-built riding mower, or smart TV? Or pay cash and receive a huge discount. They also offer 6 months same as cash. So put that tax refund to good use. Bring it into Premier Rental Purchase and get the furniture, appliances, electronics, and even lawnmower that you need for less than you'd pay anywhere else. No credit needed, and delivery is free at Premier Rental Purchase in the Country Fair Plaza next to Family Dollar.
Warm weather is almost here. Now's the time to own a Traeger, the #1 selling wood pellet grill from Nottawa Gas in Teconcha and Nottawa. With a Traeger, you'll have no more mess and no more flare-ups. At Nottawa Gas, you also find quality-made Holland grills, Phoenix grills, and Smokin' Brothers grills for memorable family barbecues. Right now, all 20-pound bottle fills are just $11.62. Experience the thrill of a new grill from Nottawa Gas on Old 27 in Teconcha or just east of Nottawa on M66. Or shop online at nottawagas.com.
AM 1590, FM 95.5 WTVB.
Our post-game wrap from here at Bronson Junior Senior High School presented by Buckland Law PLC. Buckland Law is a full-service law firm with attorneys handling matters that include but are not limited to family law, criminal defense, estate planning, and elder law. Buckland Law on Division Street in Coldwater supports family and community along with Coldwater athletics. But we're here, the aftermath of a game that had a lot of atmosphere, but it was a really low-scoring game. 31-26 the final score. Bronson winning their 3rd district title in 4 years.
Boy, baskets were hard to come by tonight for both sides. Shooting stats reflect that, but certainly it was a hard-fought battle by both teams. We had I don't know if you want to do the individual stat or team stats now, Sean, or if you wanted to do scoring.
We will hold off on that because I think the victorious head coach, Tony Lasky, is going to make his way up to our broadcast position here in the balcony.
Yeah. While we're waiting on the turnover situation, we had 21-16, Quincy with the lead in that. Rebounding was 28-25. Pretty close there in favor of Bronson.
We're now joined by Tony Lasky, the head coach of the Bronson Vikings. 31-26, the final score. I didn't think it was going to be this low scoring a contest tonight.
Well, what'd we score? 12 for us and 7 for them in the second half, something like that?
But they had Quincy had 15 in the second half, and Bronson had 12.
Yeah, so they made up a little bit of ground there. But it was – both teams are big. There's not much space, and we're really mirror images of each other. They're a little more physical than we are. We're about the same size, and we're quicker. And I think tonight that at the end of it, our quickness won out.
Yeah, both teams shot about 25%, Coach, on the night. So you think quickness was a factor? Anything else that you thought was the difference tonight?
Yeah, well, with our pressure, we changed it up, and I just sent 2 guards at them, and it kind of confused them. And when you can confuse a team, it speeds up their offense. If Quincy can be methodical, they are extremely difficult because they can hurt you inside, they can hurt you outside. They've got 2 or 3 kids that shoot the ball real well. And then Maddie and a couple of the other girls inside, they're beasts. They're tough to handle. And I thought for about 3.5 quarters of the game, we handled that pretty well.
So 3 of the last 4 years now, district champions.
Yeah, and it still stings. We should have won last year. And I remind them of that, and that's kind of the way I'm wired, but that's the mantra that I want my team to take on. We've had success in a lot of sports around here, and I think it's built by their work, but it's also built by expectations. Every year the girls come in and say, we want to win a district. We want a chance to go further into the tournament. And I said, it's a lot of work, but we proved that you can do it, and they really buy in, and it makes your job easy as a coach.
Looking ahead into regional play.
You've got either Byron or Langsburg coming up Tuesday night.
Pick your poison.
Yep.
Byron's having an outstanding season. They've got a kid in the middle that is just a beast. She's like 6'3". She makes me look small. And she has basketball skill. I think we can get after them a little bit, but Langsburg's a traditional powerhouse that plays a lot of good man-to-man defense, and they're going to be up in your shorts. And you get this far, everybody's good. So we're just thankful that we're there, and I'll get my film tonight and go to work looking at it, and we'll start game planning for them on Sunday.
Well, you warned us that some of your girls were going to come up to talk to us, and they just made their way up here. So who wants to be first? We're going to give the headset to, who's going to get the headset first? We're going to give it to the coach's daughter, Megan Lasky. Let's get you all tightened up there so that the headset does not slip off. Congratulations on winning the district title, 3rd one in 4 years, but your dad was very quick to point out should have been 4 in a row.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What do you think was the difference tonight, Megan?
Honestly, it was a lot more special because I feel like this team was a lot closer than the one we had last year. And the game is super intense and super close, and we just had to have more heart and play hard.
Well, you know, neither team shot as well as they would have liked to tonight, I don't think. But you both put a lot of effort into it. There's no question about that. You're so familiar with each other now, too. That brings a lot into it.
Yeah, it was really hard, because it's hard to play the same team 3 times in the same season. So we knew coming into it, we had a really close game with them prior in the season, and we knew it was going to be tough. So we just had to come out and get it done, I guess.
So it was more like that first encounter at Quincy compared, or rather the first encounter that Quincy won compared to the one in the regular season that the Vikings won rather handily.
Yeah.
Well, how about let's give it over to one of your other co-captains here. Thanks, Megan.
We're going to give it to Keona Salesman. Congratulations. A lot on your plate this past school year, being a Miss Volleyball finalist, and now another district title to hang your hat on to.
Yeah.
What did you think was the difference in tonight's game?
I thought defense was definitely the main factor in our win because we didn't score that much. And our coach told us that if we get over 20-something, that's going to be the game because he expected that it was going to be mostly our defensive play.
Really? First team to 20 wins?
No, he just said that, it was just to motivate us to play harder defense.
Well, that was
take a look at how
certainly,
many points are scored for both teams. That was the book that I kept. It was really low. So
Yeah.
it was a defensive battle, and you did win on the boards, both you individually and your team collectively. That was a big factor too.
Keona, you are going on to Ferris, we understand.
You have to play volleyball.
Pretty excited about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. Okay, let's go to Alana Mayer here. Thank you. Alana, congratulations.
First time on the radio? Or
Yeah.
second? So we'll ask the same question. What did you think the big difference in this 5-point win was tonight?
Defense for sure. It was a really close game, and it was really low scoring, and defense really helped.
There's no doubt about that. And, your experience from volleyball and so forth, you've been played in a lot of tight, clutch situations.
Games, yeah.
And maybe that helped tonight, too.
Oh, for sure.
How about your future? What are you looking at down the road here?
I haven't picked a college yet, but I'm hoping to study business in college.
Okay, very good, very good.
Good luck on that, and good luck Tuesday and however long the rest of your season goes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Alana.
That is Alana Mayer among the trio of Bronson Vikings joining us on our postgame show, along with Keona Salesman and Megan Lasky. Bronson winning 31-26 in this Division III District Championship game, as there are still a ton of Viking fans milling about, basking in the glow. Third district title in 4 years.
And it's so nice when you have it on your home floor. That's certainly an advantage too when you get to that title game. And both fan bases were just excellent tonight. A lot of outstanding sportsmanship in the stands, on the court. This is a well-refereed game. Everything just was very top-notch tonight.
You're not just saying that because you personally know all three of the referees, are you?
Well, fan bases are fans, and of course they always want a few more calls their way. But it was a fun night to be here for sure. Let's take a look at some of these team stats, Sean. In the turnover department, Quincy had the majority of them in the first half, Bronson more so in the second. The totals, Bronson with 16 on the night, Quincy with 21. Yeah, and in rebounding, really pretty much a wash. 28 rebounds for Bronson, 25 for Quincy.
And here are the scoring totals for the Orioles, whose season ends at 15-7. Believe it or not, your leading scorer had just 5 points on 5 of 6 shooting from the free throw line, and that's Katie Rathbun. Elizabeth Skur with 4 points, all in the fourth quarter. Haley Hines with 4, Jade Fickle with 3, Hannah Clark with 2, and Maddie Hines actually leading all scorers. I erred in my math there. There we go. She led the Orioles with 8 of their 26. Free throw shooting, again, Rathbun had 5 of 6, and Hannah Clark's 2 points were from the charity stripe as well.
Yeah, 7 for 8 for the Orioles. They just couldn't get there as much as they would have liked. They could have used a few more free throws shooting them that well.
And meanwhile, for the Bronson Vikings, they improved to 15-8 and will get either Byron or Langsburg Tuesday in the Columbia Central Regional. Megan Lasky finished the night with 11 points. And then Jenna Salick had 4. 3. She actually had 3. Again, trying to do math quickly. That's not my strong point sometimes. So Salick had 3. Jaden Carey had 3. And 4 apiece from Carissa Guest and Alana Mayer. Keona Salesman finished with 6. Yep, she did finish with 6. That is Bronson's 31. So again, Lasky with 11, Salesman with 6, 4 for Mayer and Guest, 3 for Carey and Salick. That was their 31. From the charity stripe, they were just 8 of 18. 2 of 3 for Mayer, 0 of 2 for Guest, 5 of 8 for Lasky, 0 of 1 for Carey, and 1 of 4 for Salick.
Well, and we'll look at the shooting percentages, and we'll see why this was such a low-scoring game. Almost identical. Bronson, 10 of 39 from the field, about 26%. Quincy, 9 of 40, 24%. Difference being, really, in the game, Bronson was able to knock down 3 threes, 3 of 16. Quincy just 1 of 15.
And that came super early in the game.
Yeah, right. And so some pretty low shooting percentages, very low, especially from deep, and that led to our low-scoring defensive struggle.
So you got total team rebounds. Were you able to break them down individually?
Last I knew, Keona had 9. Terry was keeping those, but I didn't get any finish. But I think Keona would have been the leading rebounder for Bronson. And I'm not sure about Quincy. I think there was pretty much a team-wide effort for Quincy. I think Rathbun had quite a few as well.
So Bronson, the last team standing from the Big 8 in this year's tournament. Meanwhile, heading into tonight, there were 4 teams from the Interstate 8 alive in this year's tournament. Of course, Coldwater was eliminated on Wednesday. So was Northwest and Penfield. And interestingly enough, since we had a 6 o'clock start here, it's now 7:43. Some of the other district championship games of note, they're in halftime right now. Harper Creek was playing against Plainwell, Marshall against Charlotte, Western against Eaton Rapids, all in Division II. And again, Lumen Christi taking on Leslie in Division III. The winner of that district will also move on to the Columbia Central Regional. They're going to be on the other side of the bracket.
A lot of good games tonight. Make sure you tune in to TVB tomorrow morning to get some of these finals.
Also tune in to get a full recap of the day at the individual wrestling finals at Ford Field. You heard an update from our Jim Measle earlier in the evening. And one thing that we have yet to follow up on, because presumably because it was still going on, was the championship match at the Division III team bowling finals. And we can say congratulations to the Bronson Vikings. They won another state championship in girls bowling. In the championship match, they defeated Kent City 1095 to 974.
Congratulations. Boy, a big night in Bronson tonight.
Well, just to briefly go over what happened in the qualifying block, Bronson finished third in the qualifying block with 28-31 total pins. That's a combined total of 8 Baker games and 2 regular games. Quincy was first. Then when bracket play came around, Quincy was eliminated by Kent City, 1071 to 1036. That was in the quarterfinal round. Bronson, meanwhile, beat Bad Axe in the quarterfinals, 1003 to 965. Beat East Jackson 11-17 to 945, and again in the championship match, they beat Bronson beat Kent City 1095 to 974. So the match play, that's 2 Baker games and 1 regular game. That's your total pinfall. Now it's the single finals coming up tomorrow at Century Bowl in Division II for the Coldwater Bowlers, back at Royal Scott in Division IV for the Quincy and Bronson representatives. One last bit of business before we wrap it up. This break, including a word from your local area McDonald's restaurants and the naming of the McDonald's players of the game.
This Friday and Saturday only at Meijer. Save big during the 2-day sale. Mix or match 3-pound bags of sweet seedless mandarins or Gala apples. Buy one, get one free. Meijer fresh rotisserie chickens are only $3.99. Meijer dish detergent is only $2.99. And athletic shoes for the family are 40% off. Get more than enough for the whole family with great deals this Friday and Saturday at Meijer. Why pay more? Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
Coldwater Community Schools is proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast. Many of the athletes competing tonight got their start at one of our elementary schools, Lakeland, Jefferson, or Max Larson, and most attended Legg Middle School and have gone on to shine at Coldwater High School. We're proud of our athletes and all of our students. Learn more about our schools by visiting coldwaterschools.org or calling 279-5930. Coldwater Community Schools, providing exceptional educational opportunities for every student.
Evans to midcourt, takes a shot. He made it! Oh, wow! This is history in the making, and you missed it because you left to get food when you could have had McDelivery. Yes, delicious McDonald's delivered right to your door. Next time, use McDelivery and never miss a moment again. Oh, baby!
Get $5 off your order with code -MCD on DoorDash. At participating McDonald's, delivery prices may be higher than the restaurants. Terms apply. Offer valid through 06/30/2020 and orders greater than $15.
AM 1590, FM 95.5 WTVB.
One last time from Bronson Junior Senior High School. I'm Sean Watson. He's Mike Murphy. And we're about to name our McDonald's players of the game.
Yeah, the Megan Lasky for Bronson hit a couple of big threes tonight. That was really the difference. 3 threes by Bronson, just 1 by Quincy tonight. It was really a hard-fought game all the way, and a lot of contributions across the board. But Megan with her ball handling and defense, and 11 points. Really the only girl in double figures tonight
for either team. And then over on the Quincy side,
yeah, Maddie Hines really got some big buckets in the second half that kind of kept them close. Quincy, again, a lot of girls contributed, but we thought Maddie really had some important baskets that kept them right on the doorstep. They just couldn't get that one to get them over the hump.
Quincy got it to within 3, but no further. So congratulations then to Maddie Hines from Quincy, Megan Lasky from Bronson, our McDonald's players of the game, as Bronson wins their 3rd district championship in 4 years, 31-26 over the Quincy Orioles. On to the Columbia Central Regional for the Lady Vikings next Tuesday, where they will get either Byron or Langsburg in the second game of the regional semifinal doubleheader, scheduled to tip off at 7 o'clock from Columbia Central High School on the shores of Lake Columbia outside of Brooklyn.
That's right.
So our attention is going to turn then to the start of the boys basketball tournament, and we're going to camp out at Lakeview High School for however long Coldwater survives and advances. They do have an opening round game, the Interstate 8 champions, coming up on Monday at the extremely early hour of 5 in the afternoon, taking on 5-15 Kalamazoo Loy Norix.
It's going to be a fun district over there. Coldwater, the number 1 seed. We're looking forward to it. We hope it's a nice long run over there for the Cardinals, who have enjoyed a real strong second half of the season. And also, Sean, over at Quincy, these two schools are going to do battle over there, and that's going to be a really a good district. I'm sure those fan bases from both schools are going to be busy next week.
In addition to Union City, incidentally, we don't know a final score, but they did win their regular season finale against Marshall Academy.
Okay.
So they have a little bit of momentum, but they're going to go up against the number 2 seed in that district, Centerville, on Monday. And the winner advances to take on Bronson next Wednesday. Quincy, the top seed in that district, against White Pigeon Wednesday at 7 with the district final at 6. Meanwhile, Coldwater and Battle Creek Central, the top 2 seeds in the Lakeview district, again, we'll be following the Cardinals as they take on Loy Norix. 5 o'clock tip-off, so you and I will hit the air at around 4:45. That also means that we'll be picking you up around 3:15. That's about the same time that the team bus is going to be leaving Coldwater.
If you can't make it up there to Lakeview, tune us in. It's going to be an exciting week of basketball next week. Hey, one more thing. The Coldwater freshmen got a win yesterday in the Al Klein freshman tournament over Sturgis. Good for the freshmen.
They get rewarded with another matchup against the Trojans coming up on Saturday. That's the 2 o'clock game.
2 o'clock game. Okay,
yes.
Good.
That's the story from here at Bronson Junior Senior High School as the janitors are starting to clean up. There's still about 3 dozen or so Bronson fans still down on the floor milling about.
Absolutely enjoying this, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. 3rd district championship in 4 years. Hard-fought battle. What's not to like?
Absolutely.
Well, that's the story once again from here at Bronson Junior Senior High School. For Justin Lopshire, for Mike Murphy, for Terry Murphy, Sean Watson signing off from the basketball and volleyball and wrestling home of the Vikings in this MHSAA Division III Girls Basketball District Championship game. It was the Lady Vikings that prevailed over Quincy 31-26 until Monday from Lakeview High School on Battle Creek's west side, where we start following March Magic for the Coldwater boys. Good night. And don't forget to turn your clocks back an hour. No, actually, you turn your clocks ahead an hour. It's spring forward. I want to turn the clocks back an hour, but you do spring them ahead 1 hour, spring forward, coming up on Sunday. Until Monday, good night, everyone.
Tonight's action brought to you by these members of the WTVB Sports Boosters Club.
Mobilia Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Branch County Abstract and Title, Buckland Law PLC, C&O Insurance, Coldwater Community Schools, Keeley's Jewelry, Donay's On Time Services, Dynamic Hardscapes, El Cerrito Mexican Restaurant, Gly's Farm Market Bakery and Orchard, Hass Kaywood PC, Haylett Auto and RV Supercenter, Integrity Apparel, Screen Printing and Embroidery, Matt Haylett Homes, McDonald's of Branch County, Nottawa Gas Company, Premier Rental Purchase, Rainbow Motor Sales, Sanborn's for your home, Surf Pro Branch in Southern Calhoun County, Sheets LP Gas, Union Pallet and Container, Warner Oil Company, and Willow's Bar and Grill.
The voice of Branch County for high school sports. AM 1590 WTVB Coldwater and FM 95.5 W238CD Coldwater.
Your greatest hits.